All right, so we are on the 6th lesson in Unit 3 on variables and algebraic expressions. It's going to be really similar to what we did before, but adding in one little step. Now, before we start, I would like to do a couple vocabulary terms. Okay, so the first one is variable. Now, obviously, we're not going to do that. So for variable, a variable is a letter that represents an unknown number. Okay, a letter that represents an unknown number. A constant is a coefficient, if I can spell, or number. Coefficient and number mean the same thing, okay, that is multiplied by a variable. Now that's going to seem like gibberish at first, okay, but it's multiplied by a variable. That means that if we see something like this, 3x, x is the variable, the constant is 3, therefore these are multiplied together. So it says 3x, but it actually means 3 times x, and for the sake of room, it will almost never be written with that multiplication sign in the middle. Okay, so 2x, 3y, whatever, it has a multiplication sign between those two numbers. An algebraic expression is something like 2x minus 3. Okay, that's an algebraic expression. Anything that looks like that. Okay, it's important with these for math teachers that they don't have equal signs in them. Okay, but that's what we're working on. And evaluate, that means solve or simplify. Okay, so if you have a quiz or a test that says evaluate blah blah blah, or simplify blah blah blah, solve blah blah blah, it means find the answer. Okay, so no matter what it is, find the answer. Okay, so this one, the expression we're given up here on the top is n plus 7. So whatever n is, we want to add 7, and we want to evaluate this expression. Okay, so what we do is we take our first one, so that's n equals 3, and we're going to substitute that into our expression and solve. So where I see an n, I'm going to replace it with a 3, and that equals 10. So therefore, this expression, when n equals 3, is equal to 10. That's all it is. That's the whole lesson. So then here, we're going to take this, we're going to add in a 5. And now I just replace the n with a 5, and that's equal to 12. And now down here, we can put in negatives. Nothing wrong with that. So we get negative 4 plus 7. Well, that's starting with $4 that you owe someone, and you earn 7. So you pay them back, and you're left with 3. And that's it. Now, obviously, it gets a little bit tougher, but the concept stays exactly the same here. Now, this one we have a coefficient of 3, meaning there's going to be some multiplication and some subtraction built in. That's fine. So for this one, we are now going to replace that x with that number. Well, we said that these are actually being multiplied together, even though it doesn't say it in the problem. So we're going to go 3 times 2, because that's what the x was, minus 2. Well, 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. And that's it. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that 3 and replace it. So 3 times 3 minus 2, well, that's 9. Minus 2 is equal to 7. Just like before, we can have some negatives mixed in. It doesn't change anything. 3 times negative 1 minus 2. Well, 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3. Minus 2 more. Well, that means we owe someone $3, and we have to borrow 2 more. So now we owe someone $5. Okay. Let me just check here. Okay, so I'm still going. This one, same idea, except now it gets a little bit tougher. So I'm going to go 4 times 2, right there, minus 3. Well, that's 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5. I'm going to put in another negative, so I get 4 times negative 3 minus 3. Well, 4 times -3, that's -12, minus 3 more. So this is -15. Oh, I just broke something. Oh my gosh. I really hope I can fix this. So here now, I'm going to switch colors for a bit. We have a fraction built in, which is okay. So that means we have 4 times 1/4 minus 3. Well, I'm going to do this on the side. 4 times 1/4 is 4 over 1 times 1 over 4, which equals 4 over 4. 4 divided by 4 is just 1 minus 3. So if we start with $1 and we spend $3, we now owe someone 2. Okay? We can also have some decimals mixed in as well. So this is 2 times 3 plus 4. This is what we've been doing. So this becomes 6 plus 4, which is 10. But now if we have a decimal mixed in, we'll get 2 times 0.05 plus 4. 2 times 0.05, we're going to have to do that on the side. So I'm going to put the 05 on top, and I'm going to put the 2 on bottom. We have 2 decimal places here and 0 here. So that means we have 2 total. 5 times 2, that's 10. And then 2 decimal places go 1, 2, right there. So that's 0.10 plus 4. Well, that's just 4.10. Okay. And then over here, we have 2 times 2/3 plus 4. Well, we know this is 2 over 1. So that's 4 over 3 plus 4. And now we have to find a common denominator. Okay, so we know that 4 is going to be the same thing as 12 over 3, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we're going to add in 4/3, and so this one is 16/3, or 5 1/3. Okay? So I know that this stuff gets a little tricky here, but it's the same concept. I just want you to understand that all of this is old stuff that we've done before. We're just coming back to it. But the new stuff, putting a number in for a variable, that's what I want you to understand. We're still running? We are. Okay, so now I would like you to try these on your own and see how it goes. So for this one up here, we have 3 times 2.5 minus 2. Well, 2.5 times 3 is going to have 1 decimal place in it. So that's 15. That's 7. So this is 7.5 minus 2. 7.5 minus 2 is just 5.5. And that's our answer. 2/3, we would go 3 times 2/3 minus 2. Well, that's 3 over 1 times 2 over 3. That's 6 over 3, which is 2. So it's just 2 minus 2, which is 0. And then finally, a negative mixed in, we'll go 3 times -1 minus 2. 3 times -1, that's -3, minus 2. Well, it's owing someone $3 and borrowing 2 more. Now you owe them $5. And that is it.